Hello and welcome back to another Football Commentaries live stream. It is Thursday night Europa League football as we head into October as Rangers host Lyon at Ibrox for the second fixture for both of these teams in the new Europa League phase format. Rangers have started this season slightly off the pace in the league with dropping points in 2 of their opening 6 games and have themselves in third behind Celtic and Aberdeen. But in the Europa League, the Gers started brilliantly with a 2-0 away win at Malmo with a first minute goal from Bajrami and a second half finish from Ross McCausland. For the visitors, Lyon, like last season, they have started the new season poorly, currently sitting in 11th after just 2 wins from their opening 6 games in Ligue 1. But in the Europa League, like Rangers, Lyon also won their opening game 2-0 at home to the current Europa Conference League winners Olympiacos, with goals from Cherki and Ben Rama both coming in the second half. This is not the first time these two sides have met, twice in the Europa League group stage in the 21-22 season, with Lyon winning here at Ibrox and then a draw in the reverse fixture, and another 2 times as well in the Champions League group stage back in the 07-08 season, where both teams won 3-0, both coming at each other's stadium. So, as Europa League football returns to Ibrox, can either of the two continue their 100% start in this competition for this season? Did really well, I thought, in their previous game. Rangers winning 2-0 away at Malmo. They've had a little bit of a poor history against Malmo, being beaten in Champions League qualifying by them quite recently. And, you never want to start your European campaign with a defeat, and they made sure they, got the 3 points. And, sometimes you can score a bit too early, but they scored within the first minute of the game last time out. Rangers via Nedim Bajrami, their new Albanian attacker, and they were able to see the game through, pick up the 3 points. Ross McCausland scored as well with 15 minutes to play, but they had more shots than Malmo. They didn't even allow Malmo to have a shot on target, which was rather impressive, and they were able to, start off on a winning start in this new Europa League format. And then for Lyon as well, they picked up just their second win of the season in the league at the weekend. They won 2-1 away at Toulouse, thanks to a 95th minute winner from Malik Fofana. So they've not exactly started brilliantly this season, Lyon, but I'm sure they'll be able to pick up their form because they've got, quite talented squad, it must be said. They've got a brilliant starting 11, but even on the bench, they've got a certain Wilfried Zaha on loan from Galatasaray. They've got Said Benrahma as well, who they've brought in on a permanent deal in the summer from West Ham, so a couple of notable names as well. Also Moussa Niakate, who they brought in for £27 million from Nottingham Forest. So there's some big names on the bench for Lyon, and of course in the starting 11 you will recognise their striker Alexandre Lacazette, formerly of Arsenal. They've also got the very experienced Nemanja Matic in the midfield as well, 36 years of age now. Nemanja Matic, he was brought in the January of this year. He's actually played in 3 Europa League finals, Nemanja Matic, and he's lost all 3. He lost with Roma in 2023, he lost with Manchester United in 2021, and he also lost with Benfica in 2013. So it's not exactly like he's had the best of luck in this competition, Nemanja Matic, but it's fantastic to see the Serbian still playing at one of the highest levels in Europe. The Europa League has got some really big clubs and really big teams, and some of my favourite recent European games have been in the Europa League. We've covered Rangers a lot in this competition, and it's played out some real magnificent games. The ones that you really do remember, and hopefully during this campaign we can get some more really exciting Rangers games, because in the Europa League they've still got to welcome Spurs here to Ibrox. They've also still got to travel away to Manchester United at Old Trafford. That'll be a fantastic watch. So they've got some really intriguing fixtures coming up, Rangers, and hopefully they can make their way through into this league phase. The aim is top 8. If you finish in the top 8, then you get straight through to the last 16. And then if you finish from 9th to 24th, you go through the playoff system. So the Rangers will want top 8, but I think even if they don't, as long as they qualify for the knockouts, I think that will be a success for Philippe Clement, who's now been in charge of Rangers for coming up to a year now. Took over in October of last year. This is his 55th game in charge for Philippe Clement. He's only lost 8 of his first 54 games in charge after 12 months at the club, and their main aim will be that Scottish League title. But again, they've lost a little bit of grip already on Celtic, who are leading at the top alongside Aberdeen. Both of them two clubs have won 6 out of 6. For Rangers, they've won 6 out of their first 4, drawing their first away at Hearts 0-0, and then also losing the first Old Firm 3-0 away as well. But at home, they've been pretty solid in the league. 3 wins from 3 against Motherwell, Ross County and Hibernian as well. As both of these starting 11s are making their way in the tunnel here. Rangers just to the left and Lyon to the right. They'll be led out by the referee for tonight, Sven Jablonski, the 34-year-old German, who's been refereeing in the Bundesliga now since 2017. So despite being a younger referee, he's got plenty of experience at the top level in the German league. So both sets of players are making their way out of the tunnel here to enter the pitch at Ibrox, and we will go through both starting 11s now. You can see them on screen, but we'll go through them in a little bit more detail, as it'll be Jack Butland in goal for Rangers. This is his 70th appearance for the club, and he only joined at the start of last season. And then a back four captain of James Tavernier, who's featured in every game so far this season in all competitions, but only scoring the once, and that was a penalty in the League Cup against Dundee. Left back is Hefte, a Brazilian fullback they brought in from Fluminense in the summer for £600,000. And 2 centre-halves of John Suter and a Robin Proper, another summer signing from FC Twente. 2 older midfielders of Mohamed Diamande, who made his loan signing a permanent one in the summer. Alongside him is Connor Barron, a free signing brought in from Aberdeen in the summer. 3 behind the striker on the right will be Václav Černý on loan from Wolfsburg. On the left is Nedim Bajrami, who scored within the first minute of their opener against Malmo in the Europa League. And then behind the striker will be Tom Lawrence, the number 11. And then leading the line up front will be Cyril Dessers, the Nigerian striker, who's already got 7 goals so far this season, 3 of them in the league. He also scored as well 3 in the League Cup and also got 1 in their Champions League qualifying. So he's already in the goals so far this season, Cyril Dessers, and they'll need that to continue tonight. As for Lyon, they make 1 change from their last lineup against Olympiacos in the Europa League, and it is Lucas Perry to remain in goal. The Brazilian 6'6" giant. Back 4 of Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Clinton Mata, Doué, Chaleta Sarr, and Nicolas Tagliafico. 2 older midfielders of Corentin Tolisso, who makes his 350th professional club career appearance. Alongside him is the very experienced Nemanja Matic. And then 3 behind the striker, same as Rangers. On the right will be Ryan Cherki. On the left is Malik Fofana. Playing in the number 10 role is their number 7, Jordan Veretout. And then up front, leading the line, is the main man, the 33-year-old now, Alexandre Lacazette, who comes into the season after winning silver at the home Olympics for France. And he has been in the goals since returning to Lyon. He scored 22 last season in all competitions. He's already a club legend here, born in Lyon, but he's yet to score so far this season in his first 6 appearances, but I'm sure that will soon change for Alexandre Lacazette, who is in fact the Lyon captain for tonight. As here are the 2 captains meeting together at the halfway line. Alexandre Lacazette on the left and James Tavernier on the right. He's experienced many of these nights before at Ibrox. As there is the referee, I mentioned before, Sven Jablonski. And there's the Rangers manager, Philippe Clement, 50 years of age, born in Antwerp. Managed 3 years in Club Bruges, a couple of years at Genk as well, before going over to France himself. Managed Monaco for a year and a half, facing Lyon 3 times, beating them twice, both at home, in February and September of 2022. Lost against them away in the May of 2023, but he'll be looking to keep up the home form he has against Lyon as a manager. as it does look like Rangers have won kick-off here, and they'll be kicking from right to left. Lyon left to right for this first 45 minutes here at Ibrox. It's a big night. Both teams coming into this game off the back of not just winning their first Europa League game, but they also both won at the weekend. Rangers beat Hibernian at home 1-0, and again Lyon beating Toulouse 2-1 away. As we're underway in this game, long ball forward for Celtic, dealt with by Ainsley Maitland-Niles, played forward by Hefte, and Diamande down the left-hand side looking for Bajrami. Poor clearance by Maitland-Niles, who apologises, and it's a throw-in midway inside the Rangers in the Lyon half. No? Who's that gone? I thought Maitland-Niles just kicked that out of play. Not sure what's happened. They didn't even show the throw-in the end, so we're back underway, and it is the right back Maitland-Niles, a low ball forward, can't find Lacazette, but it deflects back to the full-back, who gets it deflected through to Lacazette on the right wing, holding the ball up, playing it backwards here to Cherky, then into a gap looking for Veretout, but it's cut out, and it's lost by Lawrence in the midfield. The man Matic falls over. Diamande's ball is deflected into Dessers, who can't shift it to the left there towards Bajrami, and Cherky will restart for Lyon. We're just hitting the first minute here at Ibrox, and it's still 0-0. Bit of a scrappy start to the game, it must be said, as it's with the centre-half here for Lyon of Chaleta Sarr, formerly of Southampton, not involved for Croatia in the recent Euros. It is Mata lifting a ball up the field for Lyon, headed down by Tavernier to Diamande. Finds Barron, his midfield partner, back through to Tavernier, who gets away from one Lyon challenge, and then sends it down the right-hand side. It's a high ball. Can't quite find Cherney. Had to be headed out of play by Chaleta Sarr. It's a throw for Rangers in the Lyon half on the far side. And they've got underway quickly here with Diamande. Finding Bajrami, who dummies it here for Hefte, the left-back in the box. Can he get a ball? In he can, and it's overhit. And it's out for a throw-in on the opposite side. He likes to get forward, the Brazilian full-back, Hefte. Brought in from Fluminense in the summer. Born in Rio. And he took a touch into the box and whips it across the 6-yard area. And there was just too much on it for Bajrami and Dessers, who were waiting there in the area. As it's a throwing down the line for Lyon. Nodded down by Lacazette, straight out of play. Throwing for Rangers instead in the final third. Tagliafico with the throw-in, finding Lacazette, but couldn't head it down to a teammate. And we know Rangers do like a quick start at home in these big European nights. As Tavernier throws it to Cherney, returns it to Tavernier on the far side. Back it goes towards the halfway line to Suter. It's now with his centre-back partner, of Robin Proper. 31 years of age, it's his first campaign in this competition for the new Rangers number 4. Connor Goldson replacement, switches it out to the right. It's a brilliant ball, controlled by Cherney. Inside to Tavernier, in the box, squares it. It's cleared, deflects off Lawrence, and the shot towards goal is brilliantly saved. And it's cleared away. Only as far as Diamande's, Rangers look to attack again. Almost the opening goal of the game. Cherney, ball in towards the edge of the area, cleared away from Lawrence. And it's now Cherky looking to go backwards, and he plays it towards Dessers, who just bundles Mata to the ground. What are you watching on TNT Sports in the UK? Just through my Virgin Media box. As it was Tavernier there, squaring the ball. And it was looking towards Bajrami. And it was a clearance by Mata, which I think deflected off Lawrence to the right side of the box where it dropped for Tavernier, who shot towards goal. Is really well saved there by Lucas Perry, who came through the Sao Paulo Academy. Lucas Perry. And Lyon just need to try and get a bit of control in this game. They've not had much of it in the opening 4 minutes. That's their left-back Tagliafico. Well involved as well in the summer in the Argentina squad that won the Copa America. Also a part of the squad that won the World Cup in Qatar. Really experienced fullback. Is some neat football from Lyon. And it makes Ainsley Maitland-Niles break away, but his pass out to the left is really poor. Cut out by Tavernier. It goes back to Butland. First time clearance by the former English international towards Dessers. Chested down by Chaleta Sarr. It's now Matic. Wanted to go around the corner here for the left winger of Fofana, and he finds him running at Tavernier onto his right foot. Fofana delivering the ball in, headed away by Proper. Only as far as the edge of the area where a shot goes in, blocked by the stomach of Suter. Still alive for Lyon. Can't quite break for them though. And it's Bajrami who goes back to Proper. And Rangers are back on the ball here. towards the halfway line. It's out to the left side now to Hefte, who'll bring it forward for Rangers. He's got a couple of options down that left flank as he bursts into the Lyon half, plays it forward for Lawrence, takes it on the turn nicely, and then to the right of the box to Dessers, gets it out of his feet, chops onto his left, lays it off for Cherney. Wants the 1-2 with Lawrence but can't find him. Lyon can try and play it out here with Cherky. Working out to the Lyon right and going to Maitland-Niles, who can keep it in and plays it to his left there to Mata. Turns away from Dessers and finds the goalkeeper Perry. Just need to keep this moving, Lyon. And they will do to the left centre half of Chaleta Sarr into the midfield. Jordan Veretout, brought in from Marseille for €4 million in the summer. 31 years of age now. Spent a little bit of time at Aston Villa, the Frenchman. And at Marseille last season, Veretout scored 3 times in their run to the Europa League semi-final, where they were beaten by the eventual winners of Atalanta. It's down the centre circle here with Tolisso, who came through at Lyon, left to join Bayern Munich for 5 years, then came back to Lyon 2 years ago on a free after they sold him for €41.5 million in 2017 as a simple ball to the right back. Maitland-Niles goes right under his foot and out for a Rangers throw-in. A pretty simple mistake from a player that's usually a lot better than that. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, as there is the Marseille manager, Pierre Sege, 45-year-old, born in the east of France. With Butland in the 18-yard box. It's out to the left centre half of Proper in the defensive third for Rangers. Left-footed, big clearance. It's a high one up to the centre circle. It's headed down by Chaleta Sarr, headed out wide by Matic, but straight to Cherney, who tries to head it in behind there for Dessers. Has to be deflected away by Lyon. And it's a Rangers throw in about 10 yards inside the Lyon half on that far side. James Tavernier just delays the taking of the throw-in, as there's a huge flare. I say flare, I think it's flares that have been let off in the Rangers home end to the right-hand side, and there's even little fireworks going off in the ground in the Copland stand. That is crazy. I've not seen anything like that for a while in the, over here in England or Scotland. I know they can sometimes put on a show, these Scottish fans, as the fourth official is just talking to one of the police officers there. That's quite a big flare, and the fireworks are back underway as it all seems to have simmered down, but that was quite a display there from the Rangers supporters. As the left back Hefte drives forward again. He likes to attack, plays it to Bajrami. Into the box, it's a brilliant ball. Lawrence on the angle, goes for the shot, saved, and it's over the bar by Cherney. He misses it from 6 yards, and that should be 1-0. It's a brilliant ball into the box by Bajrami, who found the run of Lawrence, who went for the first time strike across goal with his left foot, and it was parried straight back out by Perry, and it was on a plate for Václav Černý. Oh, it was easier to score. What a miss that is. With his left foot on the 6-yard line, just gets right underneath it. And the Czech Republic international simply has to score there. He scored once for Rangers, and that was in the second game of the season in the league against Motherwell. And that should have been his second in the colour of blue. What a miss. And Rangers should be ahead in this game, as the smoke from the flares are on the pitch, but we still play here. Tolisso, forward it goes. Cherky has it and lifts it out to the right wing to Maitland-Niles. Touches it inside, away from one Rangers player. Still Maitland-Niles, nice turn. Lays it off to his left to Lacazette. Completes the 1-2. Lacazette's in. Strikes it towards goal, right at Butland. Good save. It was it with power, but it was right at him. And this game has really sprung into life. 8 minutes in. About to hit the 90th minute. Cherky into the box, completing a 1-2. Bit of space. Can he shoot? Lays it off. Fofana with the shot! And it's into the bottom right corner. And Lyon are the side who have the breakthrough. It's been an entertaining opening 10 minutes. Both teams have had big chances to score. And it's Lyon who are the first to take it. Cherky from the right wing, driving inside. Completing a 1-2 with Veretout. And then just laying it off to his left to Fofana, who wrapped it to the far post with his right boot. into the corner. Unstoppable for Butland. And after Rangers have just had a chance to score from 6 yards out into an open goal, Václav Černý, the man who missed that chance, has been punished because Lyon have gone up the other end and put themselves in front. Just about to hit the 10th minute mark here at Ibrox. It's Rangers 0, Lyon 1. And they will be scratching their heads wondering how they have fell behind in this game. The home side literally should have been 1-0 up a minute before that goal. Václav Černý missing from 6 yards out with an open goal. Going to get the timer started in a couple of seconds as we're 10.5 minutes in. Well, about to hit 10.5 minutes when I start this timer. And Lyon lead here. As it's Rangers from kick-off. Outside their 18-yard box of Proper. Going down the left channel in behind here for Lawrence, who will chase it down. Mata will get there first for Lyon. Sends it to the goalkeeper, Perry, who clears it up into the sky. Not very far. Headed on by Veretout. Headed forward and out to the left by Proper. To Bajrami. Barron to the left back, Hefte on halfway. Tackled fairly. And Veretout has it for Lyon. Holds it up. Gets it into the midfield here. Gets the return ball and then back to the halfway line. It goes to Maitland-Niles. And Lyon are back in possession and they can move it around the French side. Cherky trying to play it into space down the Lyon left. Can't quite reach Tagliafico. Swept up by Tavernier. Plays it forward to Diamande. Bit of room in his own half and lifts it out to the right wing. Headed away by Chaleta Sarr there. Keeping the ball away from Černý. And Lyon are moving swiftly forward down their left flank. It's Fofana who's tackled strongly with the sliding challenge from Connor Barron. And it's a Lyon ball on the far side. Midway side the Rangers half here with their left back. Nicolas Tagliafico, who played 4 years of his football at Ajax and all of those appearances coming under Erik ten Hag. As Tavernier clears it at the right back position, all as far as Mata. Finds Matic, back to the halfway line, Chaleta Sarr. They like to move it quickly, Lyon. They don't rush around, they don't mess around with their passing. There's a sense of urgency to their play. As Veretout tries to play it forward to Cherky, just outside the 18-yard box, cut out by Barron. Goes backwards here to Proper. Then to his centre-back partner here of John Souttar, who gets away from Lacazette. It's now back to Butland in the centre circle. It's on the halfway line with Hefte, the Brazilian left-back. It's been a bit of a threat for Rangers down their left-hand side early on here. Still on the halfway line here with Barron. Goes to Proper, their new Dutch centre-back, brought in from FC Twente for £1.5 million. John Souttar, their number 5, played every minute so far this season in all competitions, yet to score. Came through at Dundee United, the centre-back, as it's Bajrami, out to the left wing to Hefte. In the final third, plenty of time to pick out a cross towards Černý, touches it down, headed backwards by Tolisso, but only as far as Dessers. Ball alive, and it's Lawrence to turn it home. Looks like he may have picked up a little bit of a knock, bundling that one into the back of the net. He's dropped to the floor and he's on his 2 knees in a little bit of discomfort. But Rangers have quickly responded here at Ibrox. Poor goalkeeping from Lucas Perry. And Tom Lawrence scores his second ever Europa League goal. His first one came last season in their last 16 tie against Benfica. And this time around, it's at Ibrox. And it's to put Rangers back in the game. Bit of a scrappy one. But the cross into the box, touched down by Černý. And then Tolisso tried to head it back to his goalkeeper. But it was Dessers to get there first, who kicked it onto the chest of Perry. He couldn't then go and gather the ball. And before he could get anywhere near it, Lawrence was on the scene to finish from a couple of yards out into the back of the net. It's been a frantic, but it's been an entertaining first 15 minutes at Ibrox, and it's Rangers 1, Lyon 1. Doesn't seem like Tom Lawrence will be okay to continue. He's just hobbling back to his own half, which will be a little bit of a concern to the Gers fans. But that's a really sloppy goal for Lyon to concede, and Pierre Sege, their manager, doesn't seem best pleased. But it's the response that Rangers needed to provide. And they're back in the game at 1-1. They did have a chance of qualifying for the Champions League this season, Rangers, but they lost 3-1 in aggregate to Dynamo Kiev. But it's almost like they prefer this competition. They do much better in the Europa League, reaching the final only 2 years ago. Losing it, but they were only penalty kicks away. As Rangers are back on the ball, they're in their 18-yard box of the goalkeeper Jack Butland, who's got a contract here for another 3 years. Spent 7 years of his career at Stoke, had a mini loan spell at Manchester United before his move here to Rangers as the backup goalkeeper. But both teams have had plenty of opportunities, so it's no surprise that we've already had a goal each in the game and we've only just ticked over the 15th minute. Still Butland on the edge of the 18-yard box, looking for a long ball. And he'll go for it, down the Rangers' right-hand side, aiming for Cherney. It bounces into the box. Chaletasar heads it to his left to Tagliafico, who's battling with Cherney. And he can clear it off the Rangers' winger. And it's a goal kick for Lyon. There's Václav Cherney celebrating his block with the Rangers fans who have responded to the Rangers' comeback. Because right before they went behind, Cherney had the chance to put Rangers 1-0 up, but missed an open goal from 6 yards. But he was a part of the goal that got it all level. He touched down the cross, which did fall to the head of Tolisso, but his moment of madness trying to head it back to the goalkeeper was pounced upon by Dessers and eventually finished by Lawrence. As we're eventually going to get this goal kick taken by the Brazilian Lucas Perry, who had a 6-month loan spell in 2019 with Crystal Palace, funnily enough, whilst he was a Sao Paulo player, but didn't appear for the Eagles. As Rangers have won it back, Hefte, the left-back, clearing it up beyond halfway. Dessers chases it down, but loses out to Mata. And then they return it towards their goalkeeper here, Lyon, with Perry. Time on the ball here for the Brazilian. There's Lyon see him in full voice in that away end to the left-hand side of the stadium. Long ball by Perry, headed away by Tavernier. Headed forward and out wide left by Matic to Fofana. Lifts it towards the left-back, Tagliafico. Dealt with by Tolisso instead. Now Chaletasar. To the left-back, Tagliafico. Lifting it and curling it down the Lyon left. It's a great ball, controlled as well. Played into Matic. Now Fofana. It's good football from Lyon. They really do move it at speed. And more often than not, it is clinical passing. That's in the centre circle here with the Croatian centre-half, Chaletasar. Mata. Forward into the midfield here to Veretout on halfway. Gets away from Barron, but his poke ball can't quite find Cherki. And it's now with Proper. Forward and then back into Proper. Time on the ball for the new Rangers number 4. His brother Davy. You might remember Davy Proper. He spent 4 years at Brighton. Now retired, unfortunately. His older brother, Davy Proper. It's out to this near side, Hefte, the number 22 for Rangers. Again, time on the ball for them. Not exactly doing a heavy press, Lyon, when Rangers have got the ball just around the halfway line. There's Barron, blind pass straight to Fofana, didn't reach Suter. Fofana one-on-one with the Scottish centre-back on his left foot, chops onto his right, Lacazette's free, finds him, Lacazette finishes, and that is such a poor goal to concede. Lacazette finally scores his first of the season after returning from the Olympics with a silver medal. And the fingers have got to be pointed there at Conor Barron. Made that pass look so obvious. And Lyon pounced quickly and made sure they didn't throw away this chance to go back in front. Unselfish from Fofana. As on the halfway line, Barron tried to play it to the right centre-back of Suter. It was such a short pass anyway. And it was obvious where it was going. Fofana picked it up. He ran at Suter. Cut onto his right. Squared it to a free Lacazette. They were about 8 yards out. Had his shot put back across goal. And his shot, of course, went beyond Butland, but also away from the sliding Proper, who tried to block the shot towards goal. Clinical from Lacazette. Finally underway this season in terms of goal scoring. And it's just goal 183 for Lacazette for his hometown club. And again, it's a rapid start here. We've had plenty of goals. It's Rangers 1, Lyon 2, less than 20 minutes in. Barron knows he was at fault for that. He apologised almost immediately, the 22-year-old who left Aberdeen after 14 years in the summer to come and join Rangers on a free transfer. Butland goes long out to the right looking for Cherney, headed forward by Tagliafico, round the corner for Matic. It's now Fofana, who's got a goal and an assist, and he takes on Tavernier. Fofana charging down the left wing, cutting backwards and playing it into Tagliafico, well kept there by Fofana. And it's Lyon on the ball as they kick it out of play, as Rangers have a man down, and it's Mohamed Diamande, who did miss their last game at the weekend against Hibernian. He's been thrown back in tonight. And I don't think it looks like a muscle injury. It might be something wrong with his face, which can be almost dealt with, which is more of a positive. Yeah, just got a slight finger in the eye by Matic. It was not on purpose. It was not intentional, but can be quite a sore one, as there is Sir Alex Ferguson in attendance tonight at Ibrox. But 2-1 already to Lyon. The last time these two sides met here in the Europa League group stage in 2021, it ended a 1-1 draw. Ended a 2-0 win to Lyon, and the last meeting away at Lyon ended a 1-1 draw. But yeah, Lyon won here 2-0 last time in September 2021. Goals from Toko Akambi and an own goal from Tavernier. So we're back underway, and Matic has it for Lyon and kicks it right out of play into the halfway line. Throwing for Rangers on the far side. Tavernier wants to take it as quickly as possible, as Manchester United have got a lead away from home against Porto in their Europa League fixture. They'll be looking to do a lot better tonight, Manchester United, after drawing their first game at home to FC Twente. Barron in a left-back position, lifting it over the top and out to the left-back Hefte. Inside and just behind Bajrami. Cut out for Lyon. It's now in their right-back position with Maitland-Niles. Into the midfield, can't find Veretout. Diamande forward to Dessers, completes the 1-2. Diamande in the box, angles tight. Can he get it across? No, he can't. He overruns it. And out it goes for a Lyon goal kick. Not the worst of attempts there by Mohamed Diamande, showing a bit of intent to get into the 18-yard box. Made his debut this year for the Ivory Coast. Diamande came off the bench once in the September internationals as well. Just 22 years of age, turns 23 at the end of this month. As Manchester United are 2-0 up away at Porto. Rashford and Højlund with the 2 goals. Lacazette's poor-chested touch gives it to Bajrami, to the edge of the area to Dessers, who turns beautifully, but then he's pulled down by Chaleta Sarr too easily, according to the referee. And Lyon can clear it straight to Hefte. Brings it down on the halfway line for Rangers and sends it to their back line of Robin Proper. And they'll start from the back here, the Jers, with Conor Barron, who knows his passing needs to be up to scratch, because if it's not, they can be easily punished. Poor passing in this competition. Now Suter sends it out to the left. It's a great ball, but it's a better touch by Bajrami, who's one-on-one Maitland-Niles. Sends it down the line for Hefte, who's made a run from full-back. He lifts it into the box. It's not dealt with by Lyon. Dessers goes for the shot, took off him by Matic. Still alive in the box. Tavernier to the edge of the area to Lawrence. Back out wide right to Cherney. Finds Tavernier. Lifts it to the far post. Dessers with the header. It's blocked and cleared. Is it? Mata needs to get rid. And he sends it down the right. Good defending by Mata. Plays it into Cherki. Then back out wide for Mata, who's continued the run. Then down the line to Lacazette, who stays onside. Then brundled to the ground by Proper. And that'll be a free kick for Lyon. And Mata stayed down here holding his knee, which isn't a great sign. Yellow cards are out here for the referee. I think it was for the first foul, that yellow card. But there was another foul as Proper takes down Lacazette. He's already on the score sheet tonight. 2 players are down. I think Nemanja Matic is down as well for Lyon. But it was Clinton Mata who took the ball away for Lyon out of their box and just charged down the right flank. It was a great run from the Angola international. And interestingly enough, with Clinton Mata, the centre-back tonight for Lyon, represents Angola at international level, but he last played for them in June 2016 and then was called back up to the Angola squad only as recently as in June of this year. So he had 8 years away from the national side, Clinton Mata, but he's back now, 31 years of age. He's played all minutes this season. The last 5 have been at centre-back because he's usually a right-back, Clinton Mata. As we've got a bit of a pause in play here, as it's Nemanja Matic down. I think John Suter was the man booked. Yeah, John Suter was the one booked for the first foul on Clinton Mata. Don't think Robin Proper was booked for his foul on Lacazette. Try to see where this Matic injury occurred. Not entirely sure, as they're just showing a replay of that touch there by the Albanian Nedim Bajrami, who had a great Euros, scoring the opening goal in around 20 seconds against Italy for Albania. As I don't think Lyon are making a change. I'm not too sure. Matic is hobbling off here for the French side. So I'll have to see if the former Manchester United midfielder can continue. By the way, I hope you all do like the change of background. As you can see behind me, other than the shirts of the team I support, which I've kept upstairs, that is my full football shirt collection. I mean, I don't know if it looks like a lot on screen, but in person, I think it's rather impressive. Like I say, some absolutely crazy ones, which I'll show at half time. There's some ones that I don't even know why I've got. They don't look great, but yeah, I thought it was a bit of a change of setup, change of background. So back underway. Don't think Matic is back on yet. I'm not sure if he's been replaced, but Lyon have got it midway side their own half with Chileta Sarr. Goes to the goalkeeper here of Perry, being closed down by Diamande, has to hurry a clearance down the Lyon right, and it's headed backwards by Bajrami to Barron, and Rangers have got it in the centre circle with Suter. Still no sign of Matic on the field of play at the moment. As it's with Robin Proper to this near side to Hefte. Back to Proper on the halfway line. Suter. He's got Barron to his right. Yeah, Lyon are going to have to make a change here as an audacious ball out to the right side for Rangers. Goes straight out of play for a goal kick. That's really poor. As it's Nemanja Matic who has had his night cut short here. The 36-year-old, and he's going to be replaced by Maxence Kakure, the 24-year-old central midfielder. Former France under-21 international. Played the full 90 minutes at the weekend against Toulouse. And he looks like a very composed footballer. The number 6, Maxence Kakure. So Matic off. Don't even know what happened. It seemed like he was holding his back. I'm not quite sure how that back injury occurred. So an early change for Lyon. But they lead 2-1. They have failed to score in 3 of their opening 7 games this season in all competitions, Lyon. But they're not struggling tonight. They look really clinical tonight. As the goal kick's gone on for Lyon, it drops to Cherki. Out to the left, it goes to Fofana. First time ball looking for Lacazette. Almost went through. Dealt with by Tavernier. Cleared forward up towards Dessers. Touches it backwards but can't find a blue shirt. It's now back with Lyon. Midway side of their own half here with Clinton Mata. The centre half. 3-time Belgium league winner. During his time at Club Brugge. Brought in at the start of last season. Clinton Mata from Club Brugge for €5 million. As here he is on the right centre-back position. To this near side to Maitland-Niles. Down the line it goes. Last touch there off Lawrence as Veretout wins the throw-in. Lyon ball. Cherki kicked away from him by Lawrence. And now the play goes for a Lyon throw-in. Midway inside their own half. With Clinton Mata. Who leaves it for Maitland-Niles, who spent 20 years of his career at Arsenal. Playing 132 times for the Gunners. 38 of those were under Arsene Wenger. He's got it back from the throw-in. Maitland-Niles pokes it inside to Kakure. He's now to the right wing position to Cherki. Facing his own goal and going backwards to Maitland-Niles. Back once more to Mata. Sends it long for Lyon. Up to the halfway line. Nodded down by Proper. Won back by Tolisso. Tackle out of play for a throw-in. Barron on Cherki. And just less than half an hour in, it's Rangers 1, Lyon 2. Maitland-Niles lifting it down the right channel to Cherki. Can't quite get the return from Lacazette, cleared by Proper. It's headed out of play, throwing for Rangers just inside the Lyon half on this near side. Definitely feel like Rangers can score again rather soon. Feel like either of the two teams, when they attack, can score a goal. And so far this season at home in the league, Rangers have only conceded the 1 goal, and that was in the first game at home at Motherwell, against Motherwell. But they didn't play all of their start of their games at Ibrox. They played a lot of their opening games at Hampden Park, the home of the Scottish football team, as just some work was being done on the Copland stand at Rangers, and they didn't have it completed in time. So they did play a few of their first games, their home games, at Hampden Park. As it's down the left wing here with Bajrami, driving inside and playing it down the left-hand side to Dessers, in the area, in the corner of the box on the left-hand side, squares it, deflects, cleared in the end by Chaleta Sarr. Looks like Diamande's touch is heavy, and it's broke away here for Tolisso. Leaves it for Fofana, who gets away from Barron. He is causing Rangers all sorts of problems. Fofana running at Suter, onto his right foot. It's brilliant, and it's saved by Butland. Aimed towards the left-hand side of the goal. Just far too easy for Malik Fofana, who is looking seriously dangerous tonight. Collected it in his own half, down the left wing, touched it away from Barron, ran at Suter, and went past him like he wasn't even there. And about 14 yards out, tried to finish it into the left-hand side of the goal, but it was well saved in the end by Jack Butland, who's been called upon a couple of times already tonight. And it stays Lyon leading 2-1, but should have probably been 3. His range is clear from the throw-in. Headed forward by Chaleta Sarr. It's down the left back, Tagliafico. It's Kakure, who finds the centre-half of Mata, who's in the Lyon half, but they keep the ball the French side. And they've not exactly been keeping clean sheets this season, Lyon. They've kept 1 in the league, and that was away against Lens in the middle of September. But it does look like they probably will concede again tonight, but they also look like scoring all the time, so looks like it'll be a high-scoring game tonight. They've had a couple of high-scoring games already, Lyon. They won 4-3 at home against Strasbourg in the third game of the season in the league. And they also lost 3-2 to Marseille at home a couple of weeks ago, as they've lost the possession in their own half. Lawrence in the box on the left-hand side, driving forward, and his heavy touch is cleared by Chaleta Sarr. But again, just looks like both teams can score goals, which is exactly what you want to see as a neutral. There's Connor Barron. Furthest left here is Hefte. Everything to his right for Rangers. Crosses in a left-footed ball. Cleared away by Mata. Headed out wide by Lacazette. It's now Veretout in the middle of the park now to Tolisso in the Lyon half. Bit of time on the ball here for the number 8. Going to the left-hand side here to Chaleta Sarr. Forward to Fofana. Finds Kakure. Turning one way then the other. Going back to Fofana. It's now in the middle to Veretout. Starting again on the edge of the 18-yard box here with Clinton Mata. Forward it goes to Maitland-Niles. The number 98 for Lyon. I'd like to know what inspiration you had for that squad number. Maitland-Niles picking number 98. Was once an England international at Ainsley Maitland-Niles, as recent as September 2020. As recently as November 2020, as Dessers gives the ball away, playing it right to the Lyon right wing where Cherki will run forward, edge of the area with his left foot, finds a pass to Lacazette, returns it to Cherki, who touches heavy, and is collected by Butland, an almost chance there for Lyon. Just such a sloppy giveaway there by Cyril Dessers. And I do feel like every time I watch Rangers, I do feel rather sorry for Dessers, because he just seems like he gets so little service up there. He has to do a lot of it on his own, holding the ball up. As Rangers go forward, he can't hold it up, Dessers, but he does drop to Bajrami, who then finds Dessers, back out wide to Bajrami. Goes into the middle for Lawrence, good touch, and turns away from Tagliafico, but cleared by Chaleta Sarr right into the sky. And he'll bounce through for Butland in the 18-yard box, who quickly catches and rolls out to the right centre-back here of John Suter, whose brother Harry is currently at Sheffield United. He is an Australian international, as Barron works out to the far side to Tavernier. 1-2 with Cherney. Tavernier completes another 1-2 with the winger, and now he's away on the right wing himself, towards the byline. He crosses deep towards Dessers. It's flicked away off the head of Mata, and it'll drop here to Cherki, who is tackled by Hefte, and that'll be a throw-in the right-back position for Lyon. Again, looking dangerous coming forward there, the Gers, who had a bit of a frustrating season last time out. Knocked out of Champions League qualifying again for a 4th season in a row. For a 3rd season in a row at that point. They've now been knocked out with the Champions League qualifying 4 seasons in a row. Knocked out by PSV as they've won it back deep in the Lyon half. Bajrami, ball across, and Dessers can't quite finish, but Lyon can't quite avoid the corner. touched behind by Tolisso. Couldn't be kept in by their goalkeeper, Perry. As the taker of it at this near side will be the captain, James Tavernier. 472nd appearance tonight for Rangers. Scored 126 goals. Absolutely ridiculous player and a servant at this club, James Tavernier. Tavernier directly puts it into the box to the far post. He's overcooked it massively. Straight out of play for a goal kick. Usually has a lot better delivery, James Tavernier. Who didn't score in the competition last season. The captain did score 24 goals though last season. James Tavernier, 15 of them were penalties, and that's in all competitions. So Lyon play out from the back down the left-hand side here. Fofana going to the edge of the area to Chileta, who spent a couple of years at Southampton very recently, but before that spent 4 years at Marseille. Now he's with another French club of Lyon. Was there at the back end of the whole of last season, and then the move was made permanent this summer. Still on the edge of the Lyon box, Tagliafico. Out wide it goes here to Tolisso. Back to Tagliafico. Back out wide to Tolisso again. Tagliafico makes a run off the ball and he's been found. And he finds Fofana on the halfway line. Down the left-hand side, and here is Fofana. A ball actually from Cherki. Fofana, first-time ball into the box. Cleared by Hefte. It's now back with Butland. Takes a touch and then plays it out to the left to Proper. It's risky, but it does work in the end. As Proper gets rid for Rangers, only as far as Kakire. Goes into the middle to Cherki. Can't control that. That's a difficult pass to control. And Rangers have it back. Suter kicking it off his own man, Diamande, and it's gone to the edge of the box to Tavernier. Proper into the middle of the park to Barron. Out wide left to Hefte. Still in the Rangers half at the moment. Forward. Nice turn from Bajrami and kills it out to the right wing to Cherney. Driving towards goal. Onto his left foot. Edge of the area. He's going to go for the shot, which deflects all the way through and out for another corner. Seemed like it took multiple deflections, that Cherney strike. Running at Tagliafico. Allowing to shoot. Came off Chileta, and I think also came off Mata as well. So it's another corner which they need to do better with. Because the last one was massively overhit by Tavernier. So, can this one be any better? For the Jers. Delivery into the more essential area, and it's flicked onto the far post, where it's cleared by Veretout. Chased down by Cherki, controlled by Barron, bundled to the ground by Cherki. And the advantage is played, and Barron swings it back into the box towards Dessers. Headed away by Mata, put back in by Suter, to the left here to Bajrami. 1-on-1 with Maitland-Niles, in the box on the left-hand side, onto his right foot, wanting to shoot, back heeling it to Cherney, who lets fly, and it doesn't deflect. And it's a goal kick. As we're coming towards the end of this first half, this very eventful first half, it's still Rangers trailing. But they almost equalised there with Václav Černý, who has got one goal previously in this competition, in the previous three he's played, and his goal was for Ajax against Celtic away from home back in November 2015. So out of all the teams he could have scored against in this competition, Černý has only scored against Celtic, and he is now a Rangers player on loan for the season from Wolfsburg. As the goal kick is cleared away by Tavernier up towards Dessers, battling with Mata, who can't quite deal with it. Dessers brings it down, but tackled by Maitland-Niles in the box. Really well dealt with by the Englishman. The flag goes up anyway. 4 and offside there on Dessers, as the clearance forward by Tavernier was played through. It looks like as well another Lyon player's down. That was a close offside on Dessers, but I think the right call was just about made. So Can also have a look at a few results from around the ground. And I think it's actually Clinton Mata who's struggling. They've already had to substitute Nemanja Matic with what seemed like a back problem. As now their right centre-half, Clinton Mata, is down. He's being helped back up by the physios. Looks like he's just got a problem possibly with the right hamstring. As in the other games that are currently going on at the moment in the Europa League, it's Porto 2, Manchester United 2. So a first half comeback from Porto there against the red side of Manchester. And then in the Conference League, we've got a big game tonight as TNS of Wales, the new Saints, are away at Fiorentina, and they're still holding them to a 0-0 draw away from home in Italy. And Fiorentina are playing a pretty much full strength side, as it's the right hamstring, and he's holding it, and he's going to have to come off. So 2 forced changes for Lyon. The first one was Nemanja Matic, and now it's Clinton Mata coming off, and he'll be replaced by Moussa Niakate, their £27 million sign from Lyon. They brought in 13 new players this summer, Lyon, spending a huge £122 million. So we're underway. Lacazette, is he tripped on the edge of the box? No, he's not. Lacazette's fuming. Rangers clear it long with Tavernier. In behind for Dessers. It comes off his back, and no one in blues there to pick up the second ball. And it's now with Lyon on the halfway line. Brilliant turn from Cherki, and sits down proper. But then the second tackle from Diomande isn't a fair one. It's a free kick for Lyon. Seems like such a good player. Ryan Cherki, the Frenchman, who was also involved in the Olympics in the summer. Not scoring in his 3 appearances, but he is Lyon born, the 21-year-old. And already at 21, this is his 145th appearance for the club. As that change is now made. So, forced upon, hamstring problem it looks like. Clinton Mata is off for Moussa Niakate, who was brought in for all that money from Nottingham Forest in the summer. Played just 21 times in the Premier League last season, scoring once away at Aston Villa. Struggled a little bit with injury at times, Moussa Niakate. As we're underway here. Again, it's Lyon on halfway on this near side. Veretout finds Cherki on right wing. Plays it back to Veretout, then forward hit. Laid off by Maitland-Niles to Cherki. Oh, nutmegs Hefte. This play is seriously special. Puts in the box Cherki. Cleared by Suter in the air. Still in the area. Headed behind him by Proper. And that's a corner kick on this near side for Lyon. Looking really dangerous. Ryan Cherki. Some serious bits of skill. Nutmegged Hefte like he wasn't even there then. Oh, it's beautiful. It's brilliant to see. It looks like he's going to be stood over this corner here on the near side for Lyon. Less than 2 minutes of the 45 to play. Cherki stood over the corner, and he'll put it in directly to the near post. Header away for Rangers. Headed back into the box by Veretout. Header away by Proper. Controlled by Bajrami. In a left-back position. Plays it back here to Hefte, who will clear it down the Rangers left, up to the halfway line. Volleyed forward by Chileta Sarr. Finds a Lyon shirt of Tagliafico. Leaves it for Lacazette. Dinks it into the edge of the box where no one's there in a Lyon shirt. And it will be a Rangers ball. Starting with Jack Butland. Suter. Driving away from Lacazette. Playing the ball to Tavernier. A bit too heavily hit. Tavernier can't control. And exactly on the halfway line, it is a Lyon throw-in. The last time they were in this competition, Lyon, they were knocked out in the quarter-final stage by West Ham. Did reach the semi-final of this competition in 2017, being beat by Ajax, who went on to lose the final to Manchester United. But even more recently, in the 2019-2020 season, Lyon got to the Champions League semi-final during the COVID time. Knocked out Juventus in the last 16, then in a one-off quarter-final game they beat Manchester City, but they were beaten in the end in the semi-finals by Bayern Munich. As Tagliafico throws it down the line for Lyon. Headed out of play again. As there's been an indication of 5 extra minutes here at the end of the first half as Lyon's ball out to the left. It's kept in by Fofana. Plays it inside to Tolisso. Forward to Lacazette. A bit of space on the edge of the area. Can he shoot? He will shoot, and that's a firecracker into the top right corner. It's his second of the night. And that is a magnificent finish from Alexandre Lacazette. He hadn't scored at all this season so far, but 2 have come at once tonight for the 33-year-old. Just some superb football on the Lyon left, with the likes of Fofana again involved. And Lacazette received it. He was allowed to run across the edge of the box, and when he felt it was right to let fly, he sent that ball arrowing into the top right corner. Again, Butland with not a hope in the world of keeping that one out. And in his 50th Europa League appearance, excluding any qualifying appearances, he has scored his 24th goal in the competition. And Alexandre Lacazette is still showing why he is playing at the top level. Got 22 goals last season in all competitions. In his first season back, 2 seasons ago, he got 27 league goals, which is an absolutely incredible number from the former Arsenal man. There is a VAR check, though, for the goal. Not quite sure what they're checking. Maybe did the ball go out on the far side? Maybe. The ball was played down the left channel to Fofana, and he might not have kept it in. He did keep it in. Well, that's what VAR say, because they've allowed the goal. And it's 3-1 to Lyon right before the break. Rangers go long, pump it into the box. Cleared by the head of Sarr. It's now Tagliafico at left back. Quick 1-2 with Fofana. Loses balance, but kicks it off Czerny. And that will be a throw-in for Lyon on the far side. And those Lyon supporters are bouncing here. Not the shortest of trips in terms of time-wise. It can take quite a bit on the plane to get from Lyon all the way to Glasgow. There's Alexandre Lacazette just having a little bit of beef with one of the Rangers players. Captain fantastic Lacazette with the double tonight. Throw-in taken and given away by Niakate. It's now with Lawrence, but as Niakate released the pass, it was just fouled there by Cyril Dessers in a left-back position. Rather fortunate there, Niakate, because if he wasn't given the free kick, then Rangers were in. Chelsea leading at 1-0 as well at home to Ghent in their first Conference League game of the campaign. As the goalkeeper's going to take this free kick for Lyon, sent down the left-hand side, where it's Suter to win the header. Straight out of play, another Lyon throw-in as we've got just over a minute of added on time to play. And Lyon have got themselves a 2-goal lead for the first time in the night. Thrown into Lacazette, poor touch, gives it away. It's Bajrami on the halfway line. Needs to release the next pass. Plays it down the right-hand side here to Czerny. Likes it on his left foot. Plays it across to his left to Tavernier. Dinks it into the box for Proper. Header away by Maitland-Niles. All as far as Lawrence, who's tackled fairly. Deflects through towards Hefte, who forces Cherki into the error and gives it to Diomande. It's now Proper on the left wing. Crossing the ball in. Not dealt with by Sarr. No handball given. Lyon need to clear it. Lacazette does just that. And it's a throw-in on the halfway line on this near side for Rangers. And there's a man down here for Lyon, holding his head. I think it's Jordan Veretout. Let's have a look. Proper had the ball. Crossed the ball in. Came off the head of Chileta. No sign there of how he's hurt. Oh, maybe just caught in the face there by Diomande as the ball was eventually cleared by Lacazette, but I'm sure he'll be okay there, the 31-year-old. So we've played the 5 added on, but we've had a goal within the added on time, so we might play a little bit more, not too sure. So it's the Rangers throwing on the halfway line on this near side. Needs to take it quickly. The Brazilian throws it down the line. Controlled by Dessers. Lifts it back to the halfway line here to Lawrence. Lifted ball down the left channel. No run being made. No one gets it. And it's a throw-in for Lyon. Yep, still no whistle at the moment by the German referee, Sven Jablonski. Maitland-Niles throws it back to Chileta, who volleys it up into the air towards the halfway line, where it's controlled by Tavernier. Diomande using his body to shield the ball and plays it out to the left wing. It's brilliant. Bajrami isolated and does too much. Loses out in the end. And Lyon play out from the back. Veretout into the run of Maitland-Niles. It's too overhit. Cut out by Proper. It's now Diomande on the left wing himself. Onto his right foot. Crosses it in towards Barron. It's took off him there by Tolisso. And eventually, that will be half-time. Blown by the referee. And it's been an action-packed first half here at Ibrox. And it's Lyon who have a lead. And it's a 2-goal lead. And they were the team who took the lead originally in the game. Rangers could have had a lead themselves, but Václav Černý missed from 6 yards out with an open goal. And then literally a minute later, in the 10th minute, Malik Fofana put Lyon 1-0 up. A brilliant finish into the bottom right corner. And he's caused Rangers all problems all night so far. But they were able to equalise rather rapidly, Rangers, in the 14th minute. Tom Lawrence bundling the ball home after some poor goalkeeping from Lucas Perry. But then 5 minutes later, Alexandre Lacazette got his first of the night. A poor giveaway by Connor Barron was pounced upon by Malik Fofana, who worked himself into the box. He squared it to Lacazette, who all alone was able to finish beyond Butland and a sliding Proper. And right before half-time, the whistle came. Alexandre Lacazette added a second to his tally for the night. And it was an absolute worldie of a finish, receiving the ball from the left wing from Malik Fofana, driving along the edge of the 18-yard box, giving time to shoot. And when he had the shot, it was straight into the top right corner. No chance for Butland. And despite, on the paper, Rangers having more shots, it's been a rather even first half. But to put it in quite simple terms, Lyon have just been more clinical. And that's why at half-time, at Ibrox, it's Rangers 1, Lyon 3. Let's go through this. Mark Tyler. I thought I'd come and watch someone who knows something about football. Just watch Goldbridge. He was dancing at 2-0 and saying how good United were. Then Porto equalised and he starts moaning. What a shock. That doesn't surprise me at all. I do find it rather amusing, though, that Manchester United have blown a 2-goal lead within the first half. Rashford and Højlund scoring the opening 2, and then Porto equalised through Pepe scoring the first, and then Samu Omarodion got the second. Decent little player, Samu Omarodion, brought in from Atletico Madrid. So just to go through some big scorelines in the Europa League, Tottenham with the early kickoff, and they won away from home 2-1 against Ferencváros of Hungary. Lazio beat Nice 4-1. That's rather heavy. Olympiacos got their first win of the Europa League campaign against Braga 3-0. That's after they lost against Lyon away in the first game. Anderlecht went away and beat Sociedad. That's a great result for the Belgium side. Any other big results? Roma are losing 1-0 to Elfsborg at half-time. Of course, Porto, Man United are 2-2. Nothing other major in the Europa League. In the Conference League, Hearts won in the 94th? Yeah, Hearts won in the 94th minute against Dinamo Minsk. That's a brilliant result for Hearts. Any other standout scorelines? Like I said before, Chelsea are 1-0 up against Ghent. Fiorentina still being held by the new Saints 0-0. That'd be a great result for the Welsh side. And Shamrock Rovers are currently still drawing 0-0 with Apoel, who I believe were the champions of their division last season. But I'm not too sure. That's just an educated guess. But they're the main scorelines at the moment. If you are going for half time, make sure you do return for the second half. But for the half time, I'm just going to show you, if you're interested, a couple of the shirts that I've got behind me. As you can see, I've got quite a lot. I'm just going to show you some of the ones that I like and some of the ones that I think are a little bit don't look as good. But like I say, half time 3-1, and I do think it's hard to describe. I think Lyon, in a sense, deserve the 2-goal lead just for how clinical they've been. But it's not like, Rangers haven't been in the game. They've had more shots, just a little less possession, but not much. I think this game will just be the matter of who's got better finishing. And unfortunately, Rangers hadn't in that first half, and Lyon have. And when you've got a striker like Lacazette, you've always got someone who can score goals. New Saints getting a draw would be the biggest shock in European history. I mean, it would be up there for sure, especially going away to Fiorentina. So, like I say, got some shirts behind me. And there's one straight away that I want to show. And I want your opinions on it if you want to get involved in the chat. I bought it because it was cheap. And it just looked that ridiculous and that rubbish that I thought, I just need it. I'm going to have to get it. Let me know what you think. I can't remember what season it was. But look at the state of this Napoli goalkeeper shirt. Oh my day, what is that? It's snake print. And I know that because on the back, this is the cool part. On the back at the bottom, you can just see a snake kind of like meet up in the middle. But I mean, on the front, it's cool with the snake print and with the Kappa logos down the side. But I mean, just the colour of it, I think mainly. I mean, look at that. That is horrific. It's just not right. It was a goalkeeper shirt from a couple of years ago. I've got quite a lot of Napoli shirts. I really like Napoli shirts. I mean, they bring out about 8 a year, so you can't really not like some of them. There's got to be one you like. But, I mean, that is... I'm sorry, but that's horrific. I mean, if you like that, then fair enough. I actually like it. Fair enough. You know what? I do like the snake print. I do. It's just the orange. I don't know if it was maybe a different colour. I'd prefer it. I don't know. But I've not wore it. I think I've worn it once playing. It might have to come out again. I might have to make it a return. Get people talking about it. But it's crazy, isn't it? Again, it's crazy. And I think that's the main reason I bought it, in fairness. If you wore that untucked out of your shorts, it would look like you're getting it. It does. That's ridiculous. That does, yeah. I'm glad I didn't finish that comment, but that is funny. I know what you mean. Yeah. That is hilarious. That's probably the best comment I've ever had on a live stream, by far. That's brilliant. And I've never thought of it like that. On that note, I'm going to put it away. That's really funny. I'm glad I didn't finish the comment, but that's a funny one that you've got me there. That's a funny one. What other ones have I got? I don't think I've got any other ones that are like as crazy in terms of like colours. Trying to think of ones that I like the look of. Got quite a lot of Stockport County ones that I'm fine showing off because I could make it quite obvious that I support Stockport County. I can't go over that comment. That's a brilliant comment. What have I got? Ones that would be interesting to show. Talking about Napoli, I like this one. Like a camo Napoli one. Again, a couple of years ago. I think it might be the same season of the snake print one. The naughty snake print one, as we've now discovered. It's just a beauty. I just really like it. I don't know what it is. There's something to do with the blue. Going with like the darky kind of black and green with the red as well. I don't know, I just quite like that. I went through a phase of buying loads of Napoli shirts. I've got that goalkeeper one, I've got this one, I've got one of the home ones, I've got an away one. I've got at least 4 Napoli shirts. But yeah, I quite like that one. And yeah, I can never wear that snake one again. Untucked for sure. If I ever wear it, it'll have to be tucked in, definitely. And as the second half is getting underway, I'll just show one more. I'll show one more, because this is one of my all-time favourites I've got. And again, a couple of years ago, in the last few years, not last few, last a year or two, I've kind of slowed down buying football shirts because, I mean, I've got more than enough. But this one, RB Leipzig, that is, and I don't care. If you don't like it, then it's a shame. I think that is one of the best I've got. I don't know what it is. It's like the orange with the blue and the pattern of the blue. And the back of it's also like that. Like, I just think that's top. That is proper. I like an RB Leipzig shirt. They do nice shirts. Oh, so there's a couple. There's a couple of the shirts on display. Like I said, there's absolutely loads. We're moving them today out of one room. And I could have put them back in the room, but it was taking up space. So we had the idea of just putting them all behind me, because I was thinking it just looks quite cool having loads of shirts hung up. The only thing is the oversized sponsor. Yeah, the sponsor is quite big on that. If you talk about the Napoli one, I agree. It's quite big. But I quite like the Leipzig one, the sponsor being like the Red Bull and all that. I think that's quite cool. Like I say, if you are new and you haven't liked already or subscribed, make sure you please do. Just seeing that United concede their first goal. Not the best of goalkeeping there from Andre Onana. We've had plenty of goals tonight, 3-1. And Lyon have once scored 3 goals here in a game against Rangers. It's when they were in the same group stage in the Champions League in the 07-08 season. Rangers hosted Lyon in December of 2007 and lost 3-0. And 2 goals were scored right near the end of the game for Lyon to win 3-0. And the 2 goals at the end of the game were scored by a certain Karim Benzema, which I thought was quite interesting. And interestingly, in that season, in that 07-08 season, Lyon went through in second place and Rangers finished in third in the group, which knocked them to the UEFA Cup, which is now called the Europa League. And Rangers made the final that year. They got knocked down to the UEFA Cup, made the final, but were beaten at the Etihad Stadium. It was then called the City of Manchester Stadium, and they were beaten in the final by Zenit. So almost a European title there for the Gers. They do have a European title in 1972, the Cup Winners' Cup, beating Dynamo Moscow at the Nou Camp. Just going to see the Porto equaliser here by Samuel Marodion. Another cross, another header, and another goal. Struggling to deal with crosses, it seems, in the Porto match. Manchester United. Search. Okay, hold on. Let me search this. Was it 1994? Because it's already a recommended search. Oh my word. For everyone else who doesn't know, go and search that chat. Jorge Campos, or Jorge Campos, 94 World Cup kit. That is, I mean, I thought the snake print was bad. I think I like it. That is that crazy. I think I like it. It's an Umbro one. I genuinely can't even start to describe the kit. You just have to see it. That's unbelievable. I mean, you definitely won't miss him. That's for sure. That is ridiculous. Mexican goalkeeper. Played over 100 times for Mexico. Was the assistant manager as well for a couple of years. About 20 odd years ago. That is funny. What a kit that is. I feel like I should have seen that one before, but I hadn't. And you'd think so with all the kits I've got. You'd think I'd know that one. That's remarkable. This is my kind of chat. This talking about football shirts. It's great. But the second half will be getting underway in just a few minutes' time now. We just had a bit of added on time at the end of that first half, so we're just gonna kickstart just a little bit after 9 o'clock here in UK time. And as well, just to also remind you all that Lyon have already made 2 changes, both forced upon by injury. Matic went off with a back injury. He was replaced by Kakure. And at centre-back, they've made a change. Clinton Mata has come off. Seemed like a hamstring injury. And he was replaced by Musa Niakate. No Rangers changes at the moment, and I'm not sure they'll make one at half-time. Because, again, Rangers haven't been exactly playing poorly going forward. It's more the midfield, just a few poor giveaways. But Lyon are already out for the second half. We're still waiting on Rangers, who now emerge back onto the field of play. That's where the idea for pointing lasers into penalty takers came from. Yeah, that's, like I say, that kit is remarkable. It's a crazy kit, it must be said. Just as well, a couple of commentaries coming up soon. We've got one on Sunday night, changing it up, Fiorentina taking on AC Milan, and then we're having to wait another week for the next commentary as we're on international break, but we can still cover the women's game. Man United women taking on Spurs women, as it looks like we have had a change for Rangers, and it looks like it's in the attacking midfield role. He scored the goal, Tom Lawrence, and he's come off, but as he scored the goal, it did seem like he picked up a little knock. He was able to play through the first half, but it looks like he can't continue in the second. So the Rangers goal scorer, Tom Lawrence, who's always been plagued by injury during his career, comes off again. And he's been replaced by number 20, Kieran Dowell, for the Gers. So we're going to get underway this second half. Lyon kicking off, kicking right to left. Rangers left to right. As it's cleared forward by Perry. Headed away by Suter. Headed back forward by Veretout. Flicked on by Tolisso. Lacazette takes it away from Proper. But there's an offside flag up on Lacazette. And we're back underway for Rangers. Out to the left back, Hefte. Down the left channel here for Basrami. Back to Hefte. Touches port. But can kick it off Maitland-Niles. Yes, he can. Throwing it for Rangers. Just going to get this timer started quickly because I always forget. I have to say Tolisso has looked a cut above, in my opinion. Yeah, he's definitely... I mean, there's a reason why he was once of Bayern Munich for 5 years, winning 14 trophies, including a Champions League. And this is his 350th professional club appearance tonight for Corentin Tolisso. Now 30 years old, as we're a minute in, and Lacazette's down holding his face. Let's have a look here. Ball was played back by Hefte. He was blocked off by Proper. And it looks like Lacazette went right into the Proper's back. And that's a sore one for the Lyon captain, who's scored twice tonight already. Definitely another change they don't want to make here, Lyon. Especially their captain. So just a slight pause in play to see if Lacazette can continue. He's back to his feet. I don't exactly see any blood at the moment. There might be, because to be fair, he's got his back to the camera. But he definitely felt that one, Lacazette. So the ball's going to be dropped for Rangers, and Lyon are going to have to restart the game without Lacazette for the moment, as he's ready to come back on, but the referee hasn't signalled him to come back on yet. And back on he is Barron. Sends the ball over the top into the 18-yard box, where it's almost controlled by Diamande. Straight through to the goalkeeper of Lucas Perry. And Lyon can restart again at the back here. Perry throws it out over an arm throw to the right back. Maitland-Niles is now into the midfield with Veretout, still in the Lyon half. Plays it into the centre circle towards Lacazette. Can't get it under control. Tavernier lifting it out to the right wing to Cherney. Controls it. Plays it back inside to Tavernier. Tries to play it in behind for Cherney, who chases it down. Header away. Out to the Lyon left here to Fofana in a left back position. Clears it forward. Beats the press there beautifully. It's now Kakure with the ball. Plays it into the middle to his right to Tolisso. Got loads of time in the midfield. And goes out to the right wing where no one's there. Only the Rangers left back, a Hefty. And it's going to be Rangers again who can try and bring it forward. I'm surprised Lacazette struggled at Arsenal. Yeah, same. Not sure what exactly happened there because he's a good striker. Played 206 times for Arsenal in his 5-year stay there, Lacazette. Scored 71 goals. So it's not exactly like he wasn't returning goals at all. That's a decent little return that from Alexandre Lacazette, who was signed for Arsenal for 60 million euros. As Cherney gives it away in the left-back position for Lyon's Kakure. Clears it forward, only as far as Suter, who controls it and plays a ball forward here to Dowell. Gives it away, looking for Diamande. It's now Lacazette. Veretout to the right-back, Maitland-Niles. Drops it off at the edge of the box here to Chileta Sarr. Maitland-Niles to the goalkeeper Perry, just under the foot of Dessers. Time here for the Brazilian goalkeeper. Goes to the left here to Niakate. Forward. It's a risky pass. Deflected off Barron. Through for Proper, who will send it back to the goalkeeper of Butland. Lacazette's closing him down here. And Butland plays it forward to Proper. It's now with the right centre-back of Suter. Back to Butland it goes. Takes a touch left-footed. Clears it right-footed. Beyond the halfway line, down the Rangers' right. Can't be kept in by Tavernier. Throwing for the French side. He never looked comfortable there, though. Yeah. I'm not sure, honestly. I wish I could give you an answer why it didn't quite work for him. But it didn't. It's Fofana down the left again. Squaring it into the box. Dummied by Lacazette to Tolisso. Bullied off the ball too easily there. And Rangers can bring it away down their left flank. Proper. Clearing it down the middle towards Dessers. Shoved off the ball by Niakate. And it goes through for Chileta Sarr. And again, it will be Lyon to have the ball now in their own half. With their number 19, Niakate, who did represent Senegal in the Africa Cup of Nations this year, despite being a former French under-21s international. As Manchester United now trail against Porto. They were 2-0 up, now they're 3-2 down. Samu Omarodion with another goal. How long does Ten Hag have? Yeah, there we go, 3-2 Porto. As Perry sends it to the right-hand side here. Just about kept in by Maitland-Niles, but we're well in the Lyon half here. Lifted forward by the right-back, flicked on by Cherki. Picked up, though, by Barron. It's now Diamande driving forward, overrunning it. Not so. Keeps it moving. Bajrami. 1-2 with Diamande. In the box. Angles tight. On the byline. Needs to square it. Hits it against the keeper. Drops to Diamande. Cross goes to the far post. Bit too far. Will be kept alive, though, by Dessers outside the box. It's now Tavernier to Cherney. 1-on-1 with Fofana. Goes on the outside of him. Right-footed cross goes in. Punched away by Perry. Drops to the far post here. Bajrami. Onto his right foot. Strikes it. And it goes well wide in the end by the Albanian. Goal kick for Lyon. I think this is still on for Rangers. A draw is definitely possible. They have got to get that next goal sooner rather than later. Suter heads away the long ball forward from Lyon. Barron battling, but can't win it. Catches Tolisso high. This could be a red card in the pocket. Medical attention's on. What card will be brandished out by the German referee? It was high, but where was the contact? The referee goes for the yellow card. Of course, I'm presuming VAR will check it. Let's have a look. Barron was battling, as I was saying. And the ball was in the air. He's gone for it with his foot. Yeah, just catches the foot. Nothing more. Yellow card. He had a bit of a poor night so far. Connor Barron gave away the ball for the second goal. now on a booking, rather needlessly as well. It's Chelsea are 2-1 up against Ghent. They went 2-0 up, and then they've just conceded one goal by Watanabe for Ghent. So 2-1 to Chelsea in that one in the Conference League. Shamrock Rovers are trailing at home to Apoel. They're down to 10 men as well, the Irish side. And New Saints against Fiorentina are still drawing 0-0. Rather impressive. Back underway here. Toliso's fine to continue. Tagliafico clears at left back. Controlled on halfway by Suter. It's now with Proper. Back to Butland in the 18-yard box. Good pressing here from Lyon. Butland goes to his right to Suter. Clears it forward. It's a high one up to halfway towards Dessers. Loses out to Chaletasar. Drops in the midfield to Diamande. Loses out to Tolisso. It's now Lacazette. Fires it out to the right to Cherki. Facing his own goal and then playing it to the right to Maitland-Niles, who can now advance forward with the ball into the final third. Can he cross it? It goes towards the corner flag. Plays it backwards here to Veretout. Into the corner of the box. It's Cherki running at Barron. Onto his left foot. And then onto his right. It's brilliant skill. Squares it! And it's into the back of the net for a fourth. Malik Fofana from a couple of yards out taps home. And those two players who have linked up have easily been the two best players on the pitch. Such silky footwork from Ryan Cherki to create the goal. And it was almost impossible for Malik Fofana to miss. He gets his second of the night. And that was too easy. Barron getting there too late to try and get close to Cherki, who absolutely mugged him off with his footwork. And the ball across the 6-yard box went to the far post. Did it come off Tavernier or was it a Fofana goal? Can't quite tell from that angle. Let's have a look. Cherki down the right side of the box. It's brilliant. Squares it. Again, can't quite tell. Here we go. This might be a better one. They're slowing it down. Goes across. And that will be a Fofana goal. He definitely got the last touch if Tavernier even got anything on it. And in a game which for Rangers, there was chances. I do think Lyon deserve the lead they've got, but it's not like Rangers haven't been in the game. They've not exactly been, destroyed in the sense. Rangers have had plenty of chances and plenty of times where they've got themselves in the Lyon 18-yard box, but they've been so clinical tonight, Lyon, and they've got a fourth here. It's 4-1. Fofana with his second of the night. So it's 2 for Fofana and 2 for Lacazette. As again, Cherki running the show but can't slip it through for Lacazette. Proper out from the back in the centre circle. Playing it out to the right, in behind for Cherney. It's a great ball. Cherney's 1-on-1 with Tagliafico in the final third. Onto his left foot, shooting to the near post. And I don't think it took a deflection, so that'll be a goal kick, I think, for Lyon. Cherki's just showed so much skill tonight, the 21-year-old who signed a new contract until 2026 with Lyon, and that was signed last month. And Lyon try and play out from the back. New Saints still 0-0. That'll be a great result. Porto still lead 3-2 against Manchester United as well as Niakate clears for Lyon. Headed forward on halfway by Suter, kept in by Cherney. Played all the way back by Cherney to Tavernier. As Toliso's down, holding his face here. The referee, I think, has stopped play. Looks like he's holding his eye. Corentin Tolisso. Went up with the header with Suter. Just an eye in the... Just an eye? Just a finger in the eye, it looks like. Again, can be quite nasty at times. He's back to his feet. What a shock. Corentin Tolisso. So drop ball. Back in the Rangers' possession. And it's now with the number 8, Connor Barron. Lifts it to the left. It's a great ball. Chested down by Hefte as well. Takes it into the space. Crosses. Deflects. Dowell tries to help it on. Bought by Chaletasar. Poked forward by Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and it's now with Cherky. Slowing it down, but then speeding it up. Gathering some speed here. Tackled fairly, though, by the left back of Rangers. And they can come forward again with the ball, the Jers. Bajrami running at the left wing. Playing it into Diamande. Trying to return it to Bajrami. But he's won it back there as the first pass was intercepted off Maitland-Niles. Hefte. Tackled by Kakure, who then loses out to Cherney. Well won back there by Rangers. And if they want to make a miraculous comeback here, they need to start scoring sooner rather than later. It's on the far side here. Bajrami running at Cherky. Onto his right foot. Playing it low, looking for Dowell. Cut out again for Lyon. Needs to clear it in a right back position with Kakure. Plays it into the box to Chileta Sart. It's now with the goalkeeper Perry. Lifts it to the right hand side here. Header won by Hefte, who's then tackled by Veretout. That's a throw-in for Rangers, who want to make a change. But they're not going to make it yet. They've already taken the throw-in. Diamande, forward to Dowell. The number 20, not quite had an impact off the bench yet. Kieran Dowell, who's making just his second ever Europa League appearance. His first came for Everton against Krasnodar back in December 2014. Barron in a right-back position. Playing it forward, lifting it towards Tavernier. Cut out by Niakate. Round the corner by Taliso. Can't find Cherky. Cut out by Proper, who can bring it forward. Plays it into the space here for Hefte. On the left wing. Crosses in. It's a floater. Dessa's pulled down. Nothing given by the referee. Can be cleared away down the Lyon left here to Fofana, who's on a hat-trick tonight. Charging towards goal. Gets away from Cherney. But then has to go back into his own half. Not many options on there for Malik Fofana. And Lyon are on the ball. On the left-hand side here with Taliso, whose last appearance for the French national team was in the Euros in 2021. He was a part of the squad that won the World Cup in 2018. Now on the far side for Lyon in their own half here with Maitland-Niles, who's been relegated twice in his career in England, Maitland-Niles, with West Brom in Southampton. As they've won it back here on halfway, Rangers. It's Barron. Forward to Cherney. Poked away from him by Tagliafico, but the ball forward by Veretout, picked up by Barron. Now Diamande. Out to the left again to Hefte. One-on-one with Maitland-Niles. 1-2 with Bajrami. Doesn't come off. Chileta Sart pulled down. Free kick in the right back position for the French side. Not exactly done the greatest in recent seasons. Lyon reached the cup final last season, beaten by PSG, but in the league they've finished 6th, 7th and 8th in the last 3 seasons. As James Tavernier is going to be coming off here. He's started every game so far this season. He's only been subbed off once. And he's going to be subbed off again here for Nereisho Kazanwejo, brought in on a loan from Feyenoord. So the captain's armband goes to Butland, and Tavernier's come off here for Rangers. Got to feel like there's a problem with the captain. He's never usually someone who's brought off in a game, especially when Rangers are trailing. Yeah, Roma are losing. Elfsborg, I think, unless it's gone to 2-0. It was definitely 1-0. Yeah, still 1-0 there. Manchester United still losing as well. As New Saints still 0-0 against Fiorentina. That's a result that. Chelsea are 3-1 up now as well. Against Ghent. Long ball forward for Lyon. Goes all the way through for Proper. He sends it back to the goalkeeper here of Jack Butland, who was last in England's squad in June 2019. Kazanwejo finds Butland. Left-footed clearance by the Englishman. Out wide left, it's a low ball and it's controlled well by Bajrami. Now to Hefte, who's away at left back into a left wing position. Crosses over, hits it. Can be kept in though by Cherney on this near side. He's trying to get it back in if possible. Finds Diamande on the edge of the area. Turns. Is he tripped? No, he's not according to the referee, and his shot's been blocked and cleared. Chased down by Cherky. Seen out by Suter. See, I thought Diamande was tripped there by Kakure, and he was. Got himself back up, but the referee should have pulled it back there for a foul. But not given for the Jers. Hefte Midway inside the Lyon half. Goes for an early cross in. Volleyed away by Niakate. Up in the air it goes. Hefte lets it bounce and then nods it in front of him here to Bajrami. Drives inside away from one Lyon player. Dowell back to Diamande. Goes forward himself. Brought to the ground by Lacazette. No, well, he has been brought to the ground, but referee's not seen it as a foul. As Lyon have it in the 18-yard box. Chileta clears it. Not very convincing. Headed forward for Rangers. Can't be controlled by Dowell. It's now Cherky. Forward towards Tolisso. Cut out by Proper. Barron to Cherney. Back into the middle now. It's with Barron. Bajrami at the left wing. Into the box. Crossing it. Kicking it off Maitland-Niles. Drops to Hefte. He goes back into Bajrami. Now on the angles, Barron. Puts a ball into the box, but no one's made the run. And straight into the hands of the goalkeeper of Lucas Perrett. It's still Rangers 1, Lyon 4 here at Ibrox. That's just before the international break. Rangers play at home again against St Johnstone. And they return after the international break to take on Kilmarnock away from home. And before the international break, Lyon have to play at home to Nantes. Cherky gets a yellow card there. Not quite sure what for on the far side. But he has been so good tonight, Cherky. I think the throw-in went against him and he just kicked the ball away. And the referees brandished the yellow card there for the 21-year-old. Gutted United are losing. Yeah, I know, yeah, I'm absolutely devastated. So Rangers eventually take the throw-in and they've lost it on the far side to Kakure. Now Veretout, it's a back heel forward to Cherky, who drives in the central area, all on his own at the moment, plays it to the left to Fofana, who's on a hat-trick, squares the ball, Lacazette lays it off to Cherky, in the box, right-footed, it's blocked by the header Suter, and it goes out to the Lyon right, where Tolisso will not see it out for the corner, kicked away by Diamande, but only as far as Cherky on the right wing, into a central area again to Kakure, forward to Tolisso, tries the back heel, taken away from him by Diamande, cleared by Suter. Can't quite reach Dessers. And Lyon have it on the halfway line here with Niakate. Goes to the left-hand side here to Fofana. Fofana back into Tolisso on this near side for Lyon. It's now in their own half here with Niakate. Spent just a couple of years at Nottingham Forest, scoring the one goal. He's a left-footed centre-back as well, Niakate, which is always a good player to have. You know, left-footed centre-backs, they're not that common in the game. As it's Malik Fofana, Lyon's number 11. He'd only scored one goal previously this season, and that was off the bench against Toulouse in the last game. As he's won a corner there, tackled by Kazan Wejo. So we're just over a quarter of the game to go here. Lyon have got a corner on the near side. It's going to be taken by Cherky. He's taken short to Fofana. Returns it to Cherky on the angle. Onto his left foot in the box towards the byline. Lifts it to the far post. Headed towards goal off the crossbar. Second header towards goal. Cleared off the line. And it cleared a second time. Lyon should have had a fifth. Chileta at the bar, and then Tolisso had his header cleared off the line there by Kazan Wejo. But again, who's at the front of it all? Ryan Cherky. Working the cross in the box. That's a great clearance off the line, by the way. By Naratio. Kazan Wejo, the fine old loanee. As New Saints have finally been broken down against Fiorentina. They're 2-0 down now. Adley and Keane with the goals for the Italian side. A team we are commentating on Sunday night as they host AC Milan. Lyon have got it back in their 18-yard box. with their goalkeeper Perry. Sends it to the left, where Rangers can deal with it. It's now with Suter at the back. Clears it forward, down the middle of the pitch towards Dessers, who can't hold it up. Cleared away from him by Chileta Sart. It's now out to the Lyon left, where it's controlled by Tolisso out of play. Throwing on the halfway line here for the Gers, as they're going to make a double change. Just the two changes. So we're going to see Dujon Sterling come on, and Nicholas Razkin. So the first change, we'll see the number 8 of Connor Barron to come off, who's on a booking and gave away the ball for the second goal. So Connor Barron off for Nicholas Razkin. And the second change sees the Vaslav Cherny replaced by Dujon Sterling. Which is interesting, because I would have brought on Ross McCausland personally, but no, I am not the manager. I'm not Philippe Clement. We're underway again. Rangers on the ball. On the left-hand side, Diamande winning the throw-in. Just inside the Lyon half. Taken quickly to the halfway line here to Razkin. Getting the first few touches on the ball after coming off the bench. The Belgium. Down the right-hand side, Sterling linking up here. It's now in the middle with Dowell. Midway inside the Lyon half. Turning nicely away from Tolisso. And going out to the left here to Hefte. Takes a touch out of his feet. And crosses into the box. Headed away by Niakate. Well, as far as Razkin, who hits it from 35 yards out first time. And that could not go higher over the crossbar and wide. Really poor from the substitute, the number 43, Nicholas Razkin. Who started his first game of the season in the league last time out. Played 45 minutes against Hibernian, Nicholas Razkin. Playing out from the back now, Lyon from the goal kick. Left centre half, Niakate. Finds Fafana. Back into Tagliafico, who clears it. Caught as he clears it as well. Free kick. Dessers with the one with the challenge. As Chelsea lead 4-1 against Ghent. Dewsbury Hall with the goal for the fourth. And Manchester United still trailing 3-2 away at Porto. Less than 20 to play here at Ibrox. It's still Rangers 1, Lyon 4. Cleared long by the goalkeeper. Deep into the Rangers half. Headed away by Suter. Played forward by Razkin. Deflects back to him as he wins the header on Tolisso. Drops to Diamande, whose ball forward is loose. But then it's given away by Kakure, who tackles Kazanwejo strong. It's now back, though, with Suter at right centre-back. Cleared forward by Suter. Flicked on by Dowell. Dessers chases it. Niakate gets there first. Plays it to his right to Maitland-Niles, who has time on the ball here, the former Arsenal man. Played under Mourinho as well on a loan spell at Roma a couple of years ago. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Has Veretout. That's a poor touch. Razkin can play it forward, but he's caught as he plays it. And his pass has gone to nobody. So that'll be a foul, a free kick for Rangers. And I'm assuming a yellow card for Veretout. And it is. 2-0 Fiorentina, yeah. Unfortunate for the new Saints. So Rangers take the free kick and they've worked it out wide left to Hefte, who gets it into the box towards Suter. Can't win the header though. Chased down here by Kakure, who can't quite keep the ball in. And it's a throw-in for Rangers in the final third. They want to take the throw-in quickly here, but there's not enough movement. They do throw it eventually in towards the box towards Diamande. Shoved to the ground from behind, not seen as a foul by the referee by Niakate. It's cleared. Puts one back for Rangers, keeping it away from Lacazette. If you are new, make sure you do like and subscribe if you haven't already. It does really help out the channel. Had a disappointing end to their Europa League campaign last season. Rangers. They were knocked out in the last 16 by Benfica. They drew the first leg away 2-2. Battled really well. And I remember commentating on the second leg. here at Ibrox, and they were just so poor. Played really badly, and they really deserved to be knocked out that night, but it could have been so much more. As Hefty, who's pretty much been playing left wing the second half, works it back, and Dowell shoots towards goal. What a save! What a save that is by Lucas Perry. Kieran Dowell off the bench, looking to score just his third ever Rangers goal from the resulting corner. They've gone short. Bajrami goes back here to Hefty, then across to the right, and then back to the halfway line to Raskin, then to the left to Hefty. What a waste of a corner kick that was. Down the line to Diamande, still right near the halfway line. Back to Hefty, who returns it to Butland. What a waste of a corner that was. That's when sometimes you can take corners too quickly. Long ball by Butland, header won by Tagliafico at left back for Lyon. It's now in the middle of the park for Veretout. Back out wide to Tagliafico. Down the line to Fofana on halfway on this near side. Drives forward and nearly took on the Rangers right back there of Kazan Wirjo, who's been told to get back up. That was an obvious push. I think that's poor refereeing that. I thought he was pushed over there. Malik Fofana, just starting the third game of the season. It's crazy. He's been probably the best player on the pitch, the 19-year-old. As Niakate heads away a long ball forward for Rangers. Playing through the middle now. Veretout to Tolisso. Then to the left it goes to Fofana, who's still in the Lyon half at the moment. Back to Tagliafico. Caught late as he passed it to Fofana. And that'll be another free kick for Lyon. Winning a lot of free kicks as well. As we're going to get a double Lyon change, and we're going to see Jordan Veretout brought off. That's one of the first changes. As Dowell came close there. That's a great save by Lucas Perry. Failed to be cleared by Niakate. Good technique from Kieran Dowell. And the goalkeeper pushed it onto the crossbar and away. So Veretout comes off. Oh, it's a triple change. So Veretout comes off. So does Fofana as well. Giving the youngster a bit of rest. And Cherki comes off. So Veretout, Fofana and Cherki comes off. And one of the changes has seen Saeed Benrahma come up. Didn't quite see the other two changes. So Benrahma on. See what the other changes are. But we know that Fofana, Veretout, Cherki's come off. So Benrahma's come on. So is Diawara. Central midfielder for Lyon. He's also come up. Long ball forward. It's dropped in the box here. Lyon could score a fifth, but it's been saved. Benrahma straight off the bench. And another change. And one of the substitutes is Nuama on. The right winger. Nuama, number 37. On the ball there. But Benrahma should have scored. Straight off the bench. Saved though by Butland. Tolisso kicks it off. Kazan Wirjo. That's going to be a Lyon throw-in on this near side. Just a long ball by Perry. And Rangers couldn't get rid. And it fell right through to Benrahma in the box, who could have squared it, but went for the shot 7 yards out. Well, 8 yards out on the angle. And straight at Butland. Rangers having to play out from the back on the edge of the box here with Robin Proper, former Dutch under-19s international. That was some time ago because he's now 31. Raskin glides the ball out to the right-hand side here and finds Dujon Sterling. Driving inside and playing a ball into the box towards Dessers, cleared away. Drops to Tolisso on the edge of the box. Goes to his right to Diawara. Tackled fairly by Raskin. Ball drops out to the Rangers left here to Bajrami. They brought in the summer on a permanent from Sassuolo, who were relegated last season from Serie A. And here he is on the ball, the Albanian. Onto his right foot on the left wing. Finds Diamande on the angle. Back down the line for Bajrami. Finding Hefty. Solid defending here from Lyon. Hefty finds a gap for Diamande on the left wing, who crosses it in high towards Dowell. Header won by Niakate. And it drops back to the centre half, who will drive forward with it and plays it out to the right towards Lacazette. Tackled fairly once, but then wins it back the second time. Plays it into space, but can't find the run there of Nuama. And it's back with Rangers again, who have got 12 minutes left in this game to try and make something happen. This is Hefty. Down the left again to Bajrami in the final third, but Lyon are making it hard. Hefty gets the return pass. Cannons off Kakure, then back off Hefty. And it'll be a goal kick for Lyon. Just kind of epitomises the frustration that has grown in Ibrox in the second half. It's going to be a long goal kick here for Lyon, taken by Perry. 26 years of age, the Brazilian goalkeeper, his first ever Europa League campaign. As he kicks the ball forward, it's long, it's beyond the halfway line, up towards Lacazette, loses out the header to Suter. Headed in the air by Diawara, headed forward there by Sterling, volleyed by Niakate, headed forward by Diamande, but straight to Tolisso in the centre circle. It's now Nuama on the right, back to Tolisso. Lacazette to the right wing to Nuama. Battling with Bajrami and gets away from the Albanian. Brilliant running from the substitute right winger. Nuama. Back into Kakure. Lays it off for Maitland-Niles. Then forward to Nuama. On the right wing again. Driving onto his left foot. Playing it across to Niakate. He then finds Diawara. Maitland-Niles on the right wing. Thought about the early ball into the box, but goes back instead to Kakure. Then forward to Nuama. One-on-one with the Rangers left back. Goes on the outside. Then onto his right foot. And then onto his left foot, sorry. Going backwards there. To Maitland-Niles. It's now Kakure. It's been really well kept here by Lyon, who have got 10 minutes to play here, and they lead 4-1. Bruno Fernandes red carded again. Is that right? Oh, it is. That's funny. No, it's not. I'm sorry. That's not funny at all. How unfortunate. That's Ben Rama, nutmegs Raskin and plays it through for Lacazette, who lays it off. And then it's out wide right here to Nuama, who goes for the bending shot to the top left corner. Nowhere near in the end. It's a goal kick. Unselfish there from Lacazette to lay it off to Diawara, who then went to Nuama, because Lacazette isn't a hat-trick tonight. And he's got 7 Lyon hat-tricks in his career already, trying to make it number 8. As with just less than 10 to play the 90, Rangers are going to make another change. It's Ross McCausland, the Northern Irish winger, to replace the Albanian Nedim Bajrami, born in Switzerland, Zurich, but represents Albania. Scored away at the San Siro last season. Bajrami scored away in a 2-1 win for Sassuolo against Inter Milan. But was this one actually a red card this time for Fernandes? Because obviously the red card against Tottenham was a little bit harsh, and that's been rescinded, hasn't it, since? So he's been applauded off the pitch there, Bajrami, as we're back underway here. Lyon on the ball in their own half. Niakate going to Chaleta Sarr on the edge of the box. Forward to the edge of the area to Kakure. Then to the left centre-back, Chaleta Sarr. Down the line for Tagliafico. Quick 1-2 with Tolisso. Then down the line it goes. He's caught late then again as he releases it. Man, he'll get himself a free kick there. He's won quite a lot of free kicks tonight. Nicolas Tagliafico, who started 5 of the 6 Copa America games for Argentina on their way to winning that competition. So I wonder how long Ten Hag will last if United lose this game tonight as well, especially in the position that we're in with the leading. It'll be 4 games without a win, and the only games they've won this season have been at home to Fulham at the end of the game. They've won 3-0 away at Southampton, then 7-0 against Barnsley. So it's not looking great for Erik Ten Hag at the moment, is it? Because as we all know, football is a results business. And Manchester United aren't really getting many positive ones at the moment. As Rangers are also not getting a positive one here, getting beat 4-1 by the French side Lyon, who finished 6th last season in the French league. 8 points off third place Brest, 14 points off second place Monaco, and they were 23 points off PSG, who ended up winning the title again last season. As Lyon go long towards Benrahma, headed away from him, and then back to Butland. Clears it long first time with his left foot, 7 to play the 90. Up to the halfway line, goes over Chileta-Sart, but he's offside there, Dessers, as the ball was played towards him. It's been a frustrating night again for Cyril Dessers, the 29-year-old, who's got 7 goals already this season. As the Lyon fans are doing the Poznan. They've got their backs turned to the match and they're bouncing around, as this has been a fantastic away journey for them. Lyon, who've still got to go away from home in this competition and play Hoffenheim, Karabag and Fenerbahce. Benrahma, that's great footwork, lays it through into the box. Finish cannot be made into the net by Nuama. And the ball is gone out of play. No, there's an offside. Again, Lyon probably should have had a 5th, a 6th, maybe even a 7th tonight in the second half. Benrahma in the middle of the field, nutmegging proper, playing it to the right. He was aiming for Lacazette, but it was hit too heavily and it went through for Nuama, who was in an offside position as the ball was played to him. Good decision by the assistant referee on the far side. Sterling breaking away. Is he tripped by Tagliafico? No, he's not. Rangers probably feel like every decision's going against them as Lyon play it over the top. Tolisso squares it. Lacazette touches it out of his feet and he misses. Aiming for the bottom left corner, but he's just dragged it wide there. Alexandre Lacazette, as the flag goes up again, so it might not have stood anyway, even if it had gone into the back of the net. So Rangers are on the ball. Raskin goes out to the far side again to Hefte. So many of the Rangers attacks have been down their left-hand side. We've got 5 minutes to play. Diamande getting away from Kakure, not quite caught by the French midfielder, who's also gone down himself, holding his face. Does like using his arms, Diamande. And I think he does catch a player every now and then. He has a few times tonight. But he's the one fouled this time around. Caught as he almost got away from Kakure. This free kick is quite far out. It's about 40 yards out, just to the left-hand side. So there's a little bit of an angle here for Rangers, but no chance of a shot at all. So Dowell is stood over it alongside McCausland as Ibrox is starting to empty out. Quite a few empty seats. As doesn't look like they're going to be able to do anything here. As Dowell plays it to the left here to Dessers, deflects to Diamande, who's shot off the floor, can't quite make its way through. Blocked by Niakate and then eventually cleared away. All as far as Hefte, who goes back to Butland on the edge of the area. Those Lyon supporters will be loving this. McCausland on the left wing, driving forward beyond the halfway line, running at Maitland-Niles. Playing a pass that deflects away from Dessers and straight to Chileta-Sart, but they've won it back off Lyon. Given away by Diawara. Good feet from Dowell. Edge of the area. Brought down by Tolisso. Oh, no foul given. Wow. I thought it was, but the referee says no again. Now on the left wing here with Saeed Benrahma. Onto his right foot. Find it in the middle of the pitch. Loads of space for Tolisso, who from afar is going to go for a shot. And he's had that shot there like he's never kicked a ball before. That was a weird technique from Tolisso. Straight over the crossbar. Come on, Lyon. Last time I was in the other night when Celtic got off. Celtic did get quite the beating, didn't they, away from home against Borussia Dortmund. And Rangers are getting beaten quite convincingly here as well. Philippe Clement looks rather frustrated on the Rangers bench. The 50-year-old manager. Two and a half minutes left to play of the 90 so far. As Manchester United still trail 3-2 away at Porto with 10 men. Chelsea are leading 4-2. Shamrock Rovers have got an equaliser against Apoel, which is impressive because Shamrock Rovers were down to 10 men. So Lyon have got it, right centre back here. Chileta Sart. As Tolisso isn't happy with Raskin, who left one late on him as Tolisso released the ball for a pass. Says a lot about Scottish football. I hate to say it, but facts are facts. Yeah, sometimes when weeks like this happen, when they obviously get quite a beating, it can sometimes not rub great onto the Scottish League. Yeah, just a little bit of a kick out there by Raskin on Tolisso. Bit naughty that, really. Bit of frustration probably. As Lacazette just drops into midfield and has the ball. Plays it forward and gets the ball returned to him. Lacazette's on the hat-trick. Edge of the box. Skips beyond one and then his shot's blocked by Proper. In a left-back position, it's McCausland who just gets rid for Rangers and it goes straight out of play. Throwing for Lyon, less than a minute left of the 90 minutes. Can't wait to see Goldbridge in his meltdown. Yep, that's where he wins though, Goldbridge. Because if Manchester United win, he's still got quite a big core support group who will watch everything he does anyway. And when I say a core support group, that's a lot of people who still watch his live streams. And then when they're losing, and everyone knows him for his meltdowns, his viewership will probably double, where he wins even more when they lose. So Goldbridge will obviously be fuming that his team's lost, but money-wise, he'll be absolutely buzzing because he'll make loads more money when they're losing. It's just simple. People prefer to see him when United are losing because he melts down, which, in fairness, is quite funny. I enjoy watching it, especially on TikTok. Scrolling through, just seeing Goldbridge just losing his head. It is funny. In his pyjamas, sat by his desk, which is similar to me, but I'm not in my pyjamas. And yeah, 3 minutes to go anyway. Back on this game, and this game has just gone away from Rangers badly. It was 2-1 at one point. Sorry, it was 1-1 at one point. 1-1. Equalised pretty soon after they went behind, but Lyon's quality has just really shone through tonight. I think that's as simple as you can put it. As Manchester United have bagged an equaliser. 91st minute, Harry Maguire with the goal. What a moment that is. Could that have just saved Ten Hag a bit more time in his job? 5 minutes added on at Porto, and Manchester United have bagged an equaliser. Harry Maguire with the goal. Assisted by Ericsson, so I've got to assume it's a set piece. I mean, I am not United's biggest fan, but I do find that rather amusing that Maguire has just bagged them an equaliser away from home. That is quite funny. Out of all people, you just wouldn't. I mean, he is a threat, Maguire. We know he is from set pieces, but still, less than 2 minutes of the added on time to play. Lyon just coasting the game now, in possession as well. Kakure with it, just in front of the centre circle in the Rangers half. Lacazette lays it off here to Nuama. You can't quite keep the possession there to Diawara. It's now Dowell. Finds Diamande. Loses possession. It's now out to the left here to Ben Rama. 22 yards out. He's going to try and curl it into the bottom right corner. And it goes wide. And it's a goal kick for Rangers. Should have scored when he first came on, Ben Rama. Literally seconds after he came on. He had a big chance in the 6-yard box, which was saved. As McCausland sends it over the top. But no one can get there in a blue shirt. Go straight through to the goalkeeper of Lucas Perry. We've got just over a minute to go. Much rather watch this lad, knows his football and doesn't moan like a 48-year-old menopausal woman. I don't appreciate that. I like the fact that he said he knows his football. I appreciate that. But like I say, my content's different to Goldbridge. His is a fan channel and it's dedicated to just watch the game. Mine's like commentary, like radio commentary, like you listen to know what's going on in the game. Like I say, he doesn't really commentate on the game, he just kind of reacts to what happens. So, yeah, you won't catch me moaning. Sometimes I get annoyed and I do let a little moan out, but I start moaning, that's just, let's move on. Yeah, doesn't sound right at all. Rangers still knocking the ball about, but just Lyon have just defended so well. And they've attacked so well. They've been really clinical. Rangers haven't. I mean, the stats will be very interesting to read through come the end of the game. As Diamande plays it to the halfway line to Suter. We have played the 3 minutes of added on time. And it is a night to forget at Ibrox. Lyon walk away with 3 points in this league phase match. They are 2 for 2 so far in this new Europa League way of doing the tournament. As we're just going to catch the end of the Porto-Manchester United game here. Does look like Porto are going to run out of time for a winner. But Lyon have won, beaten Rangers dominantly in the second half as well. Felt like the first half was a bit more even. But that second half, Lyon and their quality, like I mentioned, just really shone through. Yeah, been subbed to this guy for a year. Always quality. Thank you very much. Not the result we wanted, but great commentary. Thank you very much. Mate, you're good at what you do. He's just, yeah, well, people have their opinions. There's also, away at Porto, Manchester United have escaped with a point with 10 men. Bruno Fernandes sent off near the end, but they were still able to get an equaliser through Harry Maguire. So does that mean Ten Hag keeps his job for a little bit longer? We'll have to wait and see. But that'll be the end of tonight's live commentary. Make sure you like and subscribe if you have not already. We've got another commentary coming at the weekend as Fiorentina host AC Milan in Serie A on Sunday night. Make sure you come and check that one out. It should be a good watch and a good listen to, hopefully. But tonight, in the Europa League, Rangers again lose this season. It's their third defeat of the season altogether. Their second at home. Both of them have been in Europe. And this time they've been completely dismantled by Lyon. It was 1-0 in the 10th minute for the away side through Malik Fofana. And a couple of minutes later, Rangers got an equaliser and they seemed well within the game. But they went behind again a couple of minutes later in the 19th minute with Alexandre Lacazette getting his first of 2. And his second came right before half-time. A thunderous strike into the top right corner. And that meant Lyon led 3-1 at half-time. Rangers were performing decently though. And in the second half, they just could not come out and get themselves properly back into the game. They couldn't score. They had a couple of chances here and there in terms of clear cut. Kieran Dowell had a shot saved well by the goalkeeper Lucas Perry. But the fourth was scored 10 minutes after the break. Malik Fofana tapping in from a couple of yards out after some really good footwork down the right wing by Ryan Cherky. And here at Ibrox, it does finish Rangers 1. Lyon 4. Rangers are outclassed big time. I'm off, lads. Yep, see you later. Cheers for tuning in. Stay away from the steak shirt. Yeah, I will do. That is going to stay over there. I am not putting that on anytime soon. That is for sure. But like I say, here at Ibrox, it's a defeat for Rangers. It's a heavy one. Not as heavy as Celtic, but it's still a tough one. And it will be one they have to learn from as at Ibrox. It finishes Rangers 1, Lyon 4.